once again, I have created my short form, my name string, and I have, intentionally avoided any A or an E inside my shortcode, because we had this bad letter error that may happen. Let's try to validate now. So when I do this, okay, this time validation went through. Let me try this again. Look, I get this very interesting error. Timing does not look correct. Try again later. Let's try this again. This time it goes through. So something very interesting is happening. Suddenly I find that sometimes timing does not look correct. The reason this is happening is because now I am using the DATETIME object, and I'm raising another type of error if the timing is not correct. Again, remember, this is all for fun. The way I am doing is, and I've created this new error called bad time error, and this error is raised when I find that the current time, wherever I run the validation, if it's, remember, the current time is a DATETIME object. It has got multiple attributes. If the attribute called second is an even number, I just raise a bad time error. I mean, obviously this is arbitrary, but you get the idea that, using DATETIME, we can do a lot of things. In fact, you can ask, for example, as part of your validation process, you can ask the person's, let's say, the date of birth, and basis that you can say, okay, look, is this person qualifying maybe for, validation or not. So you can have multiple stages. You can look at the age, you can look at, let's say, which year the person was born in, which day the person was born in, and so on. So lots of things can be done, but I'm keeping it very simple, just illustrative here. I'm going to say that, okay, let me look at the current time and the raise this bad time error. Let's just do this afresh in our project here. I come back here to my class, in my project. First thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to import, say, DATETIME as DT, and I'm going to define this new error. So I just call it, let's say, bad time error. I must put this exception in the bracket, because basically this means that this new class of objects will inherit everything from the exception, which is already a built-in class, right? So I'm just going to do that and put a pass over here, right? So remember this right now, obviously we can add message and stuff, but keeping it simple once again. So I come down to my deep validate function. Okay, so that's right here. So I just go and say, okay, let me find out if my current time is, what is my current time? So I just go and say CT is equal to DT dot DATETIME dot now. So that's the time when the validation is happening. And I find that if my CT, dot second, remember that's an attribute, it's an integer, as it says, 0 to 60. If that happens to be, the modulo 2 is equal to 0, well, basically if the second is an even number, then I just go and say raise bad, say, time error. Obviously I need to now go and handle this over here. I just go and say, look, except, say, here, put one more of these clauses. So I think I have to be careful with the indentation. So I just go and say, well, look, except, say, bad time error, and I can just say the timing does not look good. So if I do this, occasionally I'll get this bad time error. Let's see this in action. So I create my short form, I get my then I get my name string. When I try to validate, in fact, it's telling me timing is not looking good. Obviously, if I try it a few times, again, because every second is changing, so this time I go through, right? So get the idea, lots of possibilities come up, but basically the basic structure is just this. You can be more creative about this, but the basic structure is what I've shown you here. Building activities, thinking about how we can enhance them, always makes learning very interesting. Look at our website www.ybyte.in, because we learn Python programming through such fun activities. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.